7 days ago, I did something. Many of you know what that thing was. Some of you don't. Probably most of you do, though, because I was not around for the past 7 days when I wanted to be. 7 days ago, I was banned for the most egregious, the most unacceptable action that anyone on any platform could have ever engaged in. That's right. Now, I'm going to issue a trigger warning here to describe to you the things that I did, and then I'm going to apologize. I'm going to apologize for my actions. That's right. It all started when I had turned on MasterChef, which is the new meta. I don't even know if it's still the new meta. I haven't been on Twitch in the past 7 days. And two of my moderators, Not Your Average African and Fizz, got banned in succession, in a row, out of nowhere. And I, ride or die for my community. So of course, in the most hard-headed way possible, I considered this to be an unacceptable thing and pushed Twitch's buttons because of the very same thing I've talked about a million times over about the term yes, the delicious, saltine good, the crunchy, sometimes cheesy, but oftentimes bland, baked good. The moderators were banned for that term for using the word against a white person. I thought this was unacceptable because I do not believe that any white person, in all sincerity, is genuinely upset, frustrated, angry, or offended by this term. Many of my naysayers that whipped up themselves in a frenzy over the past week certainly were doing touchdown end zone dances, joking about how not severe the term cracker was and how they were just memeing for the most part, and that Twitch is a bunch of fucking idiots for even following through on such a pathetic, idiotic capitulation to white fragility, oftentimes pushed by some of the most insanely racist individuals, as you all probably saw on the internet, and other times pushed by maybe people who were whipped up into a frenzy because they themselves were being agitated and were being talked to by those who were interested in pushing for white identity politics. But I've learned my lesson, folks. Boys, girls, MBs, I've learned my lesson. I am now a white identitarian. That's right. White is right, I say. I myself make a pledge to never use the term ever again unless I am referencing a delicious, bland, unseasoned saltine. The snack, I mean. That's right. I've learned. 7 days went by when I was banned. I lost my fucking mind pretty much because as much as we talk about parasocial relationships, I myself, as many of you know, have a reliance on Twitch streaming to create some kind of organization in my life and to give me a sense of purpose. So not having the community that I've cultivated to rely on a daily basis made me go a little fucking crazy. It made me go bananas. I mean, I'm serious. I was able to still, stream. I did the Ludwig stream. I did the H3H3 Leftovers podcast that we did live. I'm sure some of you guys saw that, but it wasn't enough because, it wasn't my community. It wasn't my chat. I really did miss all of this. I missed it a lot, actually. The thing I wanted to mention before I fucking tweet out that I'm live and alive once again after 7 fucking days, holy shit, and it does feel really good to be back, is that, look, I have learned my lesson. I am proud of my heritage. I'm proud. I have, you could say, white pride. I've learned my lesson not to ever offend white people ever again. Oh, brother. I've learned that looking at the online discourse around this, especially on Reddit, I learned that actually the C word is just as severe as the N word, if not worse, because everybody knows not to say the N word, but nobody will stop and think about the white man. I learned about power, white power, how powerful whites are, all of those things. That was the lesson, right? That is the lesson about white identity politics, is that no matter how powerful you might be as a certain subsect of the population, no matter how your made up racial designation that encaptures all of the races that you have declared or all the ethnic backgrounds that you have declared to be white, no matter how much it changed throughout history, one thing remains the same, and that is that white people are powerful. It's the in group. It's the dominant group. So that's what I've learned. That's what Twitch expects me to do, right? Isn't that what Twitch expects me to do? Be a white identitarian? So here I am doing advocacy for the white race, which is a race. Apparently it's a real race. That's what many people told me earnestly, honestly, over the internet. They said white people are a well-defined, clearly outlined race of individuals, and you should protect them. You should protect the whites. How would you protect the whites, considering white genocide, which is a very real thing I learned, okay? How would you protect them? How would you stop white genocide? Of course, shutting off immigration, right? Stopping brown and black people from immigrating into the country. That's how you protect the white race. It's not a real race, a made-up race built around purity. I want you all to understand, if you're in here waiting for me to get banned, if you're in here to clip chimp, and if you are at the precipice, okay, if you're not like legitimately a fucking Nazi piece of shit, like many people are on the internet, unfortunately, but if you're in the margins and you saw a lot of people make good arguments about just don't make fun of white people, what the fuck, dude? So how do you defend a marginalized group? How do you? How do you defend those who have historically been, as an entire group, the oppressors? How do you defend them without coming across like a white supremacist, fascist, reactionary, Nazi piece of shit? You can't. All of these ideas that were pushed by Nazis that have been stolen historically from actually marginalized groups to adopt their struggle and to steal their language and to use it upon themselves, to use it for themselves as though white people are truly marginalized. That entire movement is created both historically and in contemporary society by racist, reactionary, fascist pieces of shit. So if you consider yourself to be a woke person of the Caucasian variety, and you find yourself thinking, wow, these fucking guys are making a lot of good arguments, why can't you just not be racist against the whites? Remember, at the heart of the argument is the reactionary stance that white people are a well-defined and often marginalized group of individuals. And also understand that you are further advocating to, I guess, ban different words such as, to my knowledge, these are not banned: hillbilly, hick, mayonnaise monkey, vanilla gorilla, or honky, whitey, and numerous other kinds of words, redneck, that are used in common vernacular. You want to ban the word Karen. Many people advocated in the past to be able to say the N-word, or unironically doing exactly what they hated, right? Supposedly becoming annoying fucking SJW ass libs. That's what you guys are doing when you do this. Is it true that you got unbanned exactly at 8:21 p.m.? Yes, I did. I did. That is true. This is absolutely true. I did get unbanned at 8:21 p.m. Anyway, folks, that's all I wanted to say about this. That's all I wanted to say. It feels fucking incredible to be back. For those of you who fought hard in the trenches and probably had to fucking deal with a bunch of Nazi pieces of shit, I'm sorry if people were just being fucking psychotic to you guys. I'm sorry if I let you down. If I, if you were looking forward to my streams and you were not able to do that, you were not able to watch, I apologize. I feel fucking terrible not being able to stream. And congratulations to the fucking weirdos. Not that this actually matters, because my mental health diminishing as a consequence of not being able to stream was significantly worse, but you did it. You caused financial setback. Not that it fucking matters ultimately, because I have, enough money, don't get me wrong, but you did. I went from 53,000 subscribers to 45,000 as of now, but it was 42,000 yesterday. So congratulations to all of the Nazis. That was 10,000 subs. You did it. You did it. I want you to take this dub. I want you to take this dub and feel good about it. Not that it fucking matters ultimately, because like only 45,000. Are you kidding me? But I was able to consistently go out to bat for something I believe in. I'm not saying that my situation is worse than anyone else's. I always talk about how cancel culture is fucking bullshit. I've talked about it regularly and I still believe it, okay? I believe that cancel culture is fucking bullshit, and it's oftentimes weaponized by dickheads like this that scream about cancel culture, but then weaponize it against those who they believe are easy to attack. And I do get very heated from time to time, and that's precisely why I'm so easy to attack in that regard, right? But they're the same person. As my friend Felix Biederman says all the time, these people are the same people. Conservatives and liberals are the exact same people. They hate one another, but they are literally the same. Everyone is the same person. Everyone wants to fucking become an influencer and sell t-shirts, and everyone wants to fucking cry about oppression and marginalization and move further and further away from any sort of dialectical, materialist analysis. Any sort of structural analysis is devoid. They do not care about who's fucking them. They do not care about who's really fucking them. All they want to do is cry about being victimized by others on the internet. And the very same people that fucking screech off the top of their lungs and try to relitigate Gamergate era politics, the neck-bearded, pasty fucking weirdos on the internet that do that, okay, that wish we could go back to the Gamergate era of politics, those very same people do the exact same hysterical screeching that they made fun of and made content around. In many instances, they're just as ugly, if not way uglier, and have worse politics. Anyway, I keep fucking forgetting that I'm live and that I should tweet that I'm live. I have learned from my mistakes and believe the white race needs to be defended. Thank you, Twitch. I'm gonna at them too. That's what they want. They want me to fucking defend the white race, dude. That's what I'm doing, baby. Let's go. Right? How are you gonna do that? That's the point, guys. That's the fucking point. You can't fucking do that without being a Nazi. It's the Nazis that are the ones who are saying shit like that, because the only way to defend the white race is by stopping miscegenation from happening. You know what I mean? A thing that the white identitarians who fucking cried about all of those types of things back in the 60s were vehemently against. And still, some of them who would openly fucking admit shit like this will say it out loud by saying white genocide is real because black people and white people are fucking. Mexican people and you know, brown people and white people are fucking. And that's why we need to stop immigration. That's what they say. That is how you stop white genocide. That's how you defend the white race. Because it's a made up fucking concept built around purity. That's the point. And that's been the fucking point. It's not real. It's not real. It doesn't come from a real place of marginalization. Anyway, let's fucking sit down. Bruce, drop him off banned for C-word? No shot. Are you serious? I got banned for saying cracker in a chat. I fucking knew that this was gonna happen. Like, this is so stupid. Good job, Twitch. Yeah. What? Free speech? They had something called the free speech ball at the Lolbert booth where you could write literally anything, even slurs or whatever. So I wrote this and the next day it was crossed out. Lamau. Socialism rocks. Wait, they fucking painted over it. Oh my God. God damn. Dude, exactly. That meme in and of itself is the perfect example of this very thing that you're watching. Which is like, motherfuckers are like, as a white person, I should be able to say the N-word. It's fucking ridiculous. It's free speech. But then literally like, well, also at the same time, there are other words that black people and anyone else, as a matter of fact, shouldn't say at all. It's not. No one is fucking pro free speech. I say this all the time. I have said this a million times over. I don't believe that anyone is like legitimately a fucking free speech advocate with like minor exceptions. You got like Noam Chomsky. And even then, I'm pretty sure that there are limitations to the free speech that he would advocate for. And that's it. But that isn't the argument most whites are making. Why not argue against the real point? There is no real point, Duke Dingus. You are a dingus. Real point is like, oh, you're causing racial animosity. It's like, no, you're not. That's not true. I'm not going to relitigate the same exact talking points that I've fucking talked about a million times over. You're a pathetic little bitch. Keep crying. Here's another tweet from Bruce. Hateful slurs. Yeah, I got the same exact one. In public or private chat messages? Oh shit, Twitch doesn't want you saying the C word even in private, dude. I know exactly why I got banned. I got banned for calling a Redditor, trigger warning. I got banned on Twitch for calling a Redditor, an LSF commenter, a dumb cracker bitch. It is contextually appropriate for me to say cracker. It is contextually appropriate for me to talk about the word and its history and how it's not that significant or serious, but I cannot call someone a dumb cracker bitch. That's why I got banned. I'm telling you this so you also know not to call someone a cracker or call someone a dumb cracker bitch or anything like that. You cannot do that. Does the beep work when I do this? Like, you cannot call someone a dumb bitch. And as is the case with like everyone, some people just like straight up get clapped for no fucking reason. Some people got banned for just saying it, simply saying it. But I'm telling you what information was relayed to me. Did you see NMP Law's head mod got banned for saying it, but without actually calling anyone it? Yeah, I heard that NMP Law's main moderator said in a non-directional way. And so Twitch was like, oh yeah, we fucked up and we unbanned them for saying the word I think banning it literally makes it, like, beeping over it makes it so much worse. Alyssa was fucking seething that she got unbanned, saying she should get banned again for her Discord logs where she says it under off-platform behavior. Yeah, seethe more, you fucking little bitches. Okay? Cry more. Cry harder. No, I'm just saying that Twitch needs to stop capitulating to white supremacists as those doing white identity politics. You will make the platform a worse place overall. I think that is true. This is targeted? Yeah, 100%. 100%. It's the most annoying fucking thing. Guess what? I mean, they did this to Susu as well. Hi again, Team YouTube. My video got marked 18 plus and demonetized with no specific reason given. Why? Because she had the audacity to fucking make content with me. I was capitulating to white supremacists. I'm genuinely curious. Yes, just curious, Andy. I've described this already, but I will describe it again. White fragility and white identity politics, given the nature of whiteness, which revolves around purity, is a stepping stone towards white supremacist politics in general. That is precisely why when you say white people need to be defended, or when you say white power, you are doing racism. You are doing a racism. You are doing a white supremacy. I don't know if you legitimately wanted to understand that or if you were just simply doing a just curious bullshit, but I will always defend and help you recognize why, even if you come in here with like, you know, cynical attitudes. White pride is racist. White power is racist. We ran over these exact same arguments all the way back in the Gamergate era, and there was a fucking reason why so many Nazis were able to straight up fucking use that as an entry point to fucking red pill so many people. They did that. They utilized, like, why can't white people who are under attack all the time be able to defend their rights? Why? How do you defend white rights? How do you defend whiteness as a concept? How do you stop, for example, white genocide from happening? What is white genocide? Less white people overall, right? How are there less white people? There's less white people when there's miscegenation. So how do you stop white genocide from occurring? By stopping immigration from non-white countries and preventing people from literally race mixing, okay? That's how you stop white genocide. Because genocide to white people only occurs when people are fucking one another that aren't people that are fucking one another that aren't all white. Yeah, why isn't there a white pride month? This stuff is really dangerous. This stuff is really, really dangerous. Whiteness is not about the color of your fucking skin. That's precisely the reason why so many people say I'm not white. I'm fucking paler than most of these motherfuckers saying I'm not white. Why am I not white? Because I'm not part of the in group, okay? Irish pride, not racist. Italian pride, not racist. White pride equals racism. Exactly. You're a cracker lava, the sweet Turkish dessert snack? Yeah, exactly. And this isn't new. I actually thought that we had moved beyond this. Like, I thought that platforms were smarter about this sort of brigading. I thought that platforms were better about this sort of fucking action, and they didn't capitulate to people who knowingly are fucking doing this, regardless of their own personal point of view. Like, they know. There's a reason. I mean, I've said this a million times, but it bears repeating. There's a reason why Barack Obama is not considered another white president, but actually considered the first black president. I've repeated this so many fucking times. Why do you think that's the case? Because whiteness is defined by your distance to blackness. Whiteness is defined by a in-group that is sometimes expanding, but oftentimes getting smaller, that is built around the concept of exclusion. That's why there is no white culture. That's why there's Italian culture, English culture, why there's Irish culture. But there is a black culture, because black culture was forced upon the African descendants of slaves that were robbed, raped, genocided, stolen from their fucking lands, and had their individual and very diverse cultural identity, their languages, their understanding of the world ripped away from them. So they had to create a new culture within that intergenerational trauma and struggle. American whiteness is based on exclusion and separation of others is literally the first thing you learn in an advanced U.S. history class, and people still argue against it. Yeah, it just sounds so fucking insane to act like that's not the case. How does it feel to know that you're talking to 46,000 people? It feels fucking like home, okay? That's how it feels. If there was a thing that I don't believe in like fate or all that other shit, okay? But if there was a job that I was literally personally fucking built for, with all of my collective experiences working towards this moment, it would be precisely this job. I felt fucking terrible when I didn't have my chat. I felt terrible when I didn't have my sense of community. I felt terrible when I didn't have a sense of purpose. And I felt like I was just staring into walls. I literally noticed that I was just yelling, not yelling, but like basically doing fucking commentary. That wasn't a joke. I was straight up doing commentary to random people in my life, like my trainers. I was like yelling about Nancy Pelosi and how she said that, congresspersons and their immediate family members should be able to. Felt terrible that the Twitch monies was drying up. Yeah, totally. Remember, I said in the beginning of the broadcast, I lost 10,000 subs in the process of being banned for 7 days. But that still puts me at 42,000 subs. If I didn't love what I do, I could just as easily fucking do it once a week, twice a week, 4 times a week, still maintain a pretty fucking solid living. I spend it on nothing, the money I make, because this is what I enjoy doing. That's just the reality.